Hey guys, QuackensteinMonster here. This is just a special video showing how I record my walkthroughs. First of all, as you can see, I use Bandicam for my recording purposes. Now, how do I get my games recorded? Well, for the most part, for the PC, if it's DOS-based, I use DOSBox, obviously, or I try and put it in a windowed mode with the smallest resolution possible, mainly just so I can get a decent frame rate while playing the game. But as for games, I haven't done anything with Dreamcast yet. I think I'm going to have to resort to getting a capture card. So yeah, anything Game Boy related, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. For the most part, I use Visual Boy Advance, but for those problematic games, Street Fighter 2, I think Killer Instinct as well, I use the BGB emulator for a Game Boy. So there we go. As far as Sega Genesis goes, I prefer actually using Kega Fusion. It's a great Sega emulator. It takes care of all but two of their consoles, to my knowledge. Doesn't deal with Dreamcast or the Saturn. Great emulator. I use it for... Actually, I've used it for all my Genesis games, including my older ones, which I'm recently uploading to GameAnyone.com as exclusives, so there's that. My arcade emulators, arcade games, for the most part, they've been MAME, at least the Konami ones. But if it's been like Neo Geo or Capcom Play System 1 or 2, I use Cowex. Overall, I think it's a great emulator. That's how I've been doing my Neo Geo LPs as well. As far as my 64 games, I use Project 64 version 1.6 or 1.7, whatever the visual looks best on. And if those don't work, I go to 1964 emulator. But if those don't work, well, then looks like I gotta go with the capture card and actual console for those games. So far I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I do know there is some that I'm going to have to go that route. As far as NES goes, this one here, FCEX Ultra. Just fire this up real quick, and yep, this one here is what I've been using for my NES games. It's worked pretty well for me, actually. See, I got a fair few games for this thing. Some I've been wanting to get to. Some I've already done a playthrough of. And as you can see, there's one in particular on here right now I will not do. Knight Rider. That game can go fuck itself. Ugh. Okay. But anyway, there's that. I haven't done anything with the PC-98. Those are for the old style. I got that one mainly for the original Toho games. I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to doing those or not. I might just delete the damn thing. I don't know yet. For PlayStation 1, lately I've been using my PSP. But for my earlier ones, like say the Mortal Kombat, Primal Rage, Mega Man 8, hate that game. Castlevania, Dracula X, not the Dracula X Chronicles, but just Castlevania Chronicles. Now these are the ones I've been using. Overall great and a decent emulator, but this is where I usually do it. This is also how I do my PSP games, is I use Remote Joy Lite. With the exception of one part in Final Fantasy VIII, it all depends on these settings here. At least the video size. I usually leave it full size for the for the PSP games, but for PS1 I usually like to go 600 by 6. Here, let me show you. 640 by 480 is what I usually use for the PS1. So settings. So there's that. My Super Nintendo ones, like a couple of the other emulators I've shown, it all depends on whether the ROM's going to be cooperative. But lately I've been using SNES 9X for most of them, but some games just don't look very good on that console or emulator, so I use ZSNES. It's been a long-time friend of mine, that emulator right there. A long-time friend. I've been using it for years. I'm just now showing love for SNES 9X. And for my TurboGrafx one, 16/ Turbo Duo. This is it. This is the emulator I've used it on. With the exception of the English Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles version of Rondo of Blood, this is the one I used. Magic Engine. So now you've seen what I've used for emulation purposes. As for recording software that I have used in the past, we've got Hypercam, Camtasia, and ZDSoft Game Recorder. This one here is for some of those games that just crashes every time I use Bandicam. But for the most part, it plays just fine. Bandicam does. It's the one I've been using. It's how I've cured my fucking desync issues. I know that was annoying. But yeah. Well, and as for my rendering software, Camtasia Studio's been doing a pretty good job, I think. I mean, it's not the greatest render in the world like some of the other people can use, but for my purposes, I think it works out just fine. But that's basically what I wanted to do. I'll show you. Also has a bit of an update. Shadow19766664 on YouTube is underway of getting shut down. If you've been watching those videos, you notice some of those games are gone, like say the Dreamcast, or not the Dreamcast, the Sega Genesis games are gone. Well, it's because I've already gotten the videos and just getting ready to go rendering those. Basically watermarking them, rendering them in high def, and putting them up on GameAnyone.com as exclusives. Now, so until I get to a satisfactory point, normal walkthroughs are going to, at least on YouTube, are going to be far few and in between for parts. I know I uploaded one part of Final Fantasy 1 for the PSP earlier, but that was just extra footage, or an already recorded bit of footage I had ready to go, and I just now got off my dead lazy ass to throw it up. But yeah. But I think about once a week until I get all of them done. I'm just going to basically about once a week, one day a week maybe, record a video for GameAnyone.com. At least one for my main walkthroughs there. I mean, there's some I've got that are newer there, obviously. Bratz, Diablo for the PlayStation. Like I said, Bratz for the Game Boy Advance. Playboy the Mansion, one game I've been wanting to do for years. Just now got the balls to do it. D&D Tactics, which I recently moved over there, and it's doing fan-fucking-tastic. I might add, it's my #1 most watched walkthrough. It got that goal within a week of the move, so there's that. Anything else? Not really. I mean, I'm gonna unsubscribe to all my channel, all the people I'm subbed to on my old channel. I'll just say it's not them. It's just that I'm closing the channel down. So, and most of them I'm already resubbed to. So, Proton John, Necro VMX, Necroscope, Kikaskia, my Roll Mithril have been the main ones I've been watching lately. Dave the Usher, of course. How could I leave out Dave the Usher? But, yeah. I'm actually going to be shutting that channel down. So, total deletion, actually. So, but anyway, that's basically all I wanted to do with this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I know I don't do these videos very often. But, actually there is one thing I'm going to do with the old channel. There is one video up there. It's just going to be a channel-to-channel transfer. It's going to be on YouTube. It's not even video game related. So you got that to go yay for. But other than that, yeah. That's basically everything, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Keep your eyes on my GameAnyone.com channel for more walkthroughs. I might come to a stop and just go back to my normal recording, just taking a break from the move, but other than that, yeah, I'm going to be working on the move, so yeah. Overall, I just got one more game to move over there. No, correct that, 2, excuse me. So, anyway, I'm going to call this a video. Thank you for watching.